Here Kirby goes. Had to add some weight here before the race. It didn't seem like it made a whole lot of difference, though, did it?
Man, I tell you, we unloaded down here. The race car was pretty good, but you know how these dang race car drivers are. They always want something better, and got Rodney to working on it, and we went the wrong way for a little while, and then we went back, and never did get plumb out in left field, but then we came in this morning, and there was some different officials here today than there was yesterday, and we was pretty decent yesterday, and they added some weight to us because of a few certain things, but we didn't gripe or grumble. We put it in there, made the best of it, worked on our chassis a little to compensate for it. It still sat on the pole and won the race, so no complaints from us.
Yeah, and the biggest thing you had was lap traffic. Was your biggest problem tonight, looked like?
Yeah, I felt like starting 40 cars, which that makes it exciting for the fans, and you know, I've been around this racing for years. I've been in a lot of big races, and I didn't really mind it. I knew within about the first 5 laps we'd be in lap traffic, and that makes it exciting too, seeing the leader work through the traffic. So that's what keeps racetracks alive, is filling the stands up. So whatever it takes to fill the stands up, we're willing to do.
Here's Stuart Riggs. You won everything here at Myrtle Beach. You come out on top there. I think we just run a 500 lap truck race here.
Man, that was the toughest race I've ever run. All these restarts, burning my tires up, but we just got lucky right there, and it played out in our favor. Tried to be conservative as I could, still stay on top.
Yeah, and how hard was it? You had to deal with Jamie Weatherford there, and then Hal Goodson, them last few restarts. Y'all had to get a little rub with each other a little bit.
Yeah, all those boys are world-class drivers, and they all race clean. I would take anybody besides them to have to race against on the last lap.
Oh yeah, and this is a big win for you here.
It's a very big win. Everyone's a win. Everyone's a big win.
All right, got Sammy Jasper here driving for Fathead Racing. Jamie must have told you to push the button at the right time, because you fell back. You stayed up there the whole time. You fell back a little, and at the very end you poured it on and come away here with a third place finish. You got to be happy.
Yeah. The car was wearing out about the last 10 laps, and we was just waiting, going like back so we could save our tires. And I just want to thank FHR, Brad Parrott, Dexter, David, and Sand Show Products. It was a cool race.
Yeah, and you got to be happy, because you've been really coming on here at the end of the year. It seems like the more you drive, the better you're getting, and this is one of the toughest tracks around right here.
Yeah, thanks. David has been helping me out, telling me how to do this car and stuff, so really thank him.
Tyler Church led a big portion of this race right there. It looked like Austin just pushed the button right there at just the right time, and you got to be happy this run here.
Yeah, you know, led the most laps, and brought the car home in one piece. Yeah, I can't complain. Me, my daddy, my uncle, and we done all of it. Greg Marlowe helped me out a lot, so it's pretty special. This is pretty neat. I wanted to win, and it ain't over yet. We still got to go through tech, so we'll see.
Yeah, and how much is it? Greg's a veteran and everything. I know he helps you a lot with this stuff. He gave you a lot of tips on what to do here at the beach, didn't he?
He did, you know, and there wasn't a moment I couldn't go up to him and ask him for help, and he was there for me the whole time, and I appreciate it. Everybody at Marlowe Racing Chassis. Phew, that's a long race.
Also, Daniel, the winner here at Myrtle Beach in the big limited 100 lap race. This thing, you were riding, and when you punched the button, man, this thing was a rocket there at the end.
Yeah, everybody from Performance Racing Warehouse and LTO Chassis gave me a heck of a car. It didn't fall off a whole lot like everybody else was. I was great the whole run, and until about 50 or so, I was just saving it. And then Roger Johnson told me to unleash it, and I did.
Yeah, how much were you saving pedaling the car there until you got halfway?
I was about halfway until about half the race, and then around 75 or so is when I started picking up and picking cars off. And then the last 20 hours as hard as I could go.
And what do you think? What's the key to this, man? You've been knocking them off here at the end of the year. You're good everywhere you go.
I don't know. I have a great car, and I guess a lot of feedback from the crew and telling me what to do. And it took me a little bit to get the hold of Hickory, and this one it went really good.
Here with Chris Chapman, he come home with a top 10 finisher. More importantly, the first year of the Southeast Limited Late Model Series here. You're the champion here in 2010.
Yeah, thanks. I want to thank everybody and Ed Cox and everybody in the series. They've done a good job. Thank my car owner and sponsor, RidersWholesale.com, Price Roofing, Dixie Fence Builder, I-77 Chrome Shop, Harrington Race Engines, Beard and Oil. All these guys that helped me all year, they've worked their butts off all year long. And we struggled a time or two to get here, and had 2/3 and 2/6. We didn't get a win, but we've been in the top 5 or 6 every race we've run this year. traveled around. It's been pretty fun.
Yeah, that's got to be the fun part. Limited guys, because this is the first time it's ever been done with a tour series. It's got to be fun running different tracks all the time.
It is. It's real good. And I'm glad they come up with this. You know, it gives us somewhere to go. You know, not getting stuck at one track all the time. And it's been fun. I think it helps you racing too, going different places. I've learned a lot.
Paddy Rodenbeck finished. Where'd you finish? 14th, you say?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, man. What was the deal here with the car today?
Got into it. In like first, I don't know, I lost track of laps, but got pushed into a wreck and ran the whole first half of the race without a hood and toe was out. So didn't have anything for in the first half of the race. Second half of the race, put new tires on, kind of fixed it a little bit. So got a little bit back, rode behind Frank and Jonathan Castor for a while, and that actually helped me a lot because I probably would have burnt myself up pretty good. So
yeah,
gotta give it to Frank, man. He did a heck of a job this weekend. I ran my mouth all weekend, but gotta give it to him, man. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. It's Paddy's fan club here. It's Paddy's fan club. Hey, well, tell me, what happened? You got the exhaust is going in the car there?
Yeah, man. I had the exhaust pouring in my car. I couldn't even see. Like I was messed up.
So you've been sniffing carbon dioxide the last 50 laps,
yeah,
right?
pretty much. I got a car. I couldn't barely stand up.
Did it actually help you?
A little bit.
I mean, are you normal now?
Yeah, I wasn't as... No,
best thing since sliced bread right here. Come on.
Huh?
Best thing since sliced bread. Joe really got him?
Mark Davis, you think you're great.
Paddy Rodenbeck right here. Come on.
You've gained more fans this weekend than anybody around, man.
Oh, man. I love the fans. I love everybody who comes out to these races, man.
We love you too, Paddy!
I just like to have fun with it, man. This is one of the funnest things out there. Well, one of them. Saying to Clemson would have been fun too, but this will be fun. I'm going to have fun next weekend at the Carolina Clemson game, and just going to see what next year brings.
Here, Matt McCall, and this car we're just talking about, it's beat up pretty good, man. You had to get up on the wheel there at the end. Tell me about that run to get up to the top 5.
Man, you know, we were riding around, I think we were 6th or 7th there, and them guys took off. We were in good position, and I don't know who the 36 is, but I guess he didn't like 84 racing him. I'm not sure, but he got into him, he spun around. We jumped over him, but fell way back there at that restart. I think 27, somewhere in there. We passed 20-some cars there in 30 laps. So, thank you, buddy. And you know, it's just the way this track is, man. You never know when to go, and you can't cruise around enough because people run over you. It's just, I don't know, man. It's frustrating when you know you got the best car here. But these guys worked their tail off. They got cussed out all night too. So that's part of the deal.
Tell me about that, but Grissom was talking about it, and I said, this is weird, man. What was the deal with everybody just riding around half throttle? I mean, I know you got to save, but that was a little bit extreme there at the first of this thing.
It's not, though. It is, but if you'd look at the lap times per leader where we run, that's a half a second. So it's not if you be in position. But, you know, you got to be in the right position. You got to have a little luck on your side and a little game of chess here. But, I mean, different Marine Ranger boats, Fathead Racing, Draco Springs, Marlowe Racing Chassis, Davis Farms, and all these guys that come and help me, they take a beating, but they keep on coming. I love it because I live off this.
Yeah, you're 4th. Kyle Grissom here finished 4th here at Myrtle Beach. Led a bunch of the race here late. Did you go just a tad bit too early?
No, I mean, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in this race. Started at the race. I mean, everybody wants to try to be cool and cute and show everybody how slow they can go and run down the straightaway half throttle, and it's freaking ridiculous. So that second half, I just got tired of it. I'd already been in one wreck, so I went out there, and I know for a fact I didn't use up one bit more tire out there leading than I would have back there fiddle-farting around with all them idiots. So, I mean, this is 4th place. I mean, we probably had a 4th place car, or, you know, Matt might have been a little better or whatever, but we still finished 4th. So, you know, this is what we had, so I'm happy with it.
What do you think, Kyle? Like you said, I've never seen nothing like this in my life. This is the weirdest thing. Everybody riding around half throttle, and like Alex Shot said, he said, I would have went, but I'd run over the car in front of me.
Exactly. I mean, it was the craziest, some of them guys, if you're going to run, if you want to run half throttle, you might as well just voluntarily go start in the back, because you don't need to start in the front and run half throttle and stack everybody up behind you. That's why there's a few tore up race cars here, because people being idiots want to ride around half throttle. I guess they think it's cool and cute and all that, but if you're going to race, you need to go, and you just go as hard as you can go without burning up the tires. So you know, the second half was pretty good, but the first half that wasn't even a race.
Yeah. here Brandon Butler come home third, and this thing's been good the whole time here. And it's like McCollum just said, it's such a chess match here of when to go. Did you go too early, too late?
Yeah, I feel like I gave it away. I think I went a little too early. But it's hard. I was right there in the hornet's nest, and we had to go. I think Frankie and them had the luxury of being towards the back, so they didn't have to race as many people as hard. So I think I took off a little too early, but it's easy to sit there and second guess. But we'll take a third. It's only our third race of the year. Hadn't been here in about 6 years, so we're proud of this. All my sponsors, Tire X, McRae Electric, Parents Without Partners, Butler Insurance, Cox Race Engines, Andy Race Cars. We'll get us a win next year, hopefully.
Here, Justin Johnson finished second here at Myrtle Beach to Frank Denny. And we was just talking to Frank. Now, you was wanting to beat him bad, wasn't you?
Yeah, I definitely was. Wish we could trade spots right now, but it was a good overall weekend for us. I can't complain. The whole FTJ crew did an excellent job, and they put a lot of work into this race, and it pays off.
Yeah, and you had to swap motors and do all that stuff, and towards the end of the year, you haven't been getting the finishes like you've been getting at the first year, and this has got to end the year on a good note here, because this thing's been good ever since qualifying. It's just been stellar.
Yeah, it has. It was good all week. We just didn't get much practice with the motor issues that we were having, but I want to thank John West Race Engines for supplying us excellent race engines all year. We just didn't have one to throw in it, and Travis Kiker let us loan a motor, so I want to thank him. Congratulations to Frank, man. He's the man around here, and I gave him all I had. I just didn't have any right front tire left. We'll have to get him next time.
Yeah, he said he's the Jedi Master and you're Luke Skywalker now.
We won't go that far. No, I can't. I'm sure I'll get hell all week because he'll stay on me pretty hard about beating me on the green, white, checkered. But excellent job by all the guys, and I can't complain. I just used that right front up a little too much and didn't have anything left at the end.
Here at Frank Denny Jr. here at Myrtle Beach, man, this thing had a flat right front tire right before halfway. Got lucky there, got halfway. Then you played some strategy. You and John the Cash got out back. Is that what helped you saved all the tires running way back behind the field there?
Yeah, we were kind of bummed out there that we ended up with a flat, but at the same time we got to talking, and we think it might have been a blessing. We got back there and rode, and we got a little bit worried. I didn't realize that anybody would try to jump out there and run as fast as they did, like the 97 car. I don't know who it is, but I think he figured out when we ended up going all the way back around and got by him. You can't do that here. This place is like Darlington, and you just can't do that. So we rode back there as long as I could, and NASCAR made me pull back up in there ahead of all the lap cars there. And we were trying to figure out what to do, and we just kept a pace. Woody just kept telling me what pace to run, and we just kept pacing. And if the pace slowed down, I'd get by a car. If it sped up, I'd stop. And I tell you what, we work great as a team. We got a bunch of these now together. And, we make a hell of a team. Maybe Jimmy Johnson, Chad Knaus, and Ray Evernham, Jeff Gordon. Maybe it's Frank Denny and Woody Tinsley. Yeah, no, right there it is. I knew you hated to see that last caution, but it was kind of nice knowing Justin was out there. But at the same time, he loves beating you. Oh, yeah, he was bragging to me that he out-qualified me, last night. And I said, well, the win pays a little bit more than qualifying does. So I said, I got to let you have your spot. But no, Justin's a superstar. He's one of the best in the business right now. He's young talent. Really hope he gets somewhere. I've been doing a lot. I feel like the Jedi Master. Old Luke Skywalker there is getting pretty damn good. And there at the end, I wouldn't want anybody to my outside. I got him to say shake and bake to him on the radio. There's no team orders. I wanted Justin to beat me if he could, and I didn't think he could. I felt like his car was used up pretty good. But hey, if he would have beat me, I'd be just as happy as I am right now.